Hello, I'm Azai. Welcome back to Karigurashi Renai. So, yeah, I came back from the gym quite a while ago and I was just dicking around. You know, watching some videos, playing some Slay the Spire. Surprisingly, I was playing the old Slay the Spire, like Slay the Spire 1, instead of 2. And yesterday I was like going crazy on my recording session for Magikoi. I haven't recorded a 4-hour recording session in a while. So that was nice. I got myself some bread before I went back from the gym. And yeah, let me just do the last episode recap before we start off the episode here. So on the previous episode, we finished off, staying over at Kyone's house, right? We were done with our house, and there wasn't really much else. But it seems that we were staying at their houses for 2 days straight before we swap over to the next girl. So we were also doing Hiyori's house, and her mom was a bit crazy, gotta say. Episode 2 and I have to censor stuff because of Hiyori's mom, not because of her daughter and her nuts. And gotta say, I'm enjoying this a lot more than I am, like I said, Amaterasu. The humor is a lot more my thing than Amaterasu. And yeah, I think today we'll be going to Ayaka's house. We still have no idea who the hell Maru is. And Nanako should be that girl that tries to, the vice president, vice president, right? She's that vice president girl, student council girl, right? I think that's her. I could be mistaken. I only play this game like once a week, so I don't really remember too much about it. But I remember just liking the stupidity the game offers. So yeah, let's continue where we left off. So today we're gonna be staying with Ayaka's, I was gonna say parents, but we're gonna be staying at Ayaka's house. There we go. Much better. And she seems to have older brothers? Maybe not older brothers. Maybe she has like younger siblings. And supposedly they have some sort of weird rumor about how when his brother or her brother tried to get someone to stay with them, no one wanted to come back or whatever. I think that's what happened. Okay. Oops. I left today's textbooks in my bag. I forgot to take the textbooks out of the bag with my other belongings. And since the bag would be a pain in the classroom, I left it in a locker. No choice. I'll have to borrow Rito's. And yeah, I still don't like Rito. Rito's annoying as fuck. Super annoying as fuck. Rito is diligently taking notes next to me. A stark contrast to the blonde in front of us who was faintly snoring. Hey, I was pretty judgmental towards Hiyori, but she seems to be not as idiotic as I thought she'd be. Rito, sorry, but could you let me see your textbook? This might be my last episode for Karigurashi Renai, by the way, because I might be done doing both Ayaka's and also Rito's sleepover. But we'll see. Rito, are you listening? Rito-chan. She glares at me out of the corner of her eye, looking displeased. She's so mad, apparently. Who's Onizuka-san? She has a name that reminds me of a legendary teacher. Yeah, this is the sort of garbage this game does. I'm actually gonna be rewatching Onizuka for my cardio session. I don't know when I'm gonna do it, but I will. It's a surprising name for her plain face. No, but wouldn't a girl get nervous showing a textbook to a transfer student she barely knows? I'd feel bad asking.
鬼塚さん元ヤンだからそういうの気にしないと思うけど。
Hey now, her character is getting fleshed out at an incredible speed even though she hasn't said a word. At this rate, Hiyori's presence will get even weaker. What is this localization? Come on, she was just making noises. Hiyori, who is sleeping during class, flinches awake. Hey, it just occurred to me, when girls have to fart during class, how do they hold it in? I mean, you hold it in and then you do the fart where you don't make noise and then it actually smells worse because of that. Rito's affection level just dropped sharply again, but I'm more curious about the other thing. Maybe I'll ask Hiyori later. I'm at the age where I want to aggressively ask things no one wants to hear.
そらもうスカシッペよ。いよいよ綾香のお家ですね、たくまさん。
Yeah. I follow behind the oddly enthusiastic Ayaka, feeling nervous. I'm gonna change the setting real quick. I realized that... Yeah, they really need to change that. The display speed is way too slow. I think it's because before I've been playing Amaterasu and Magikoi, and they're very quick. But yeah, they really need to change that. When I do this, they don't have it shown for some reason, right? But if I do this, when my cursor is at the bottom, they actually show, even though I clearly have it unlocked, right? Like, look at that. I think what should happen is when I unlock it, it would disappear and be in the foreground. After being thoroughly threatened again during lunch, I've decided to enter Ayaka Yokohari's household, typo, with my servility turned up to max. Ooh. On a street lined with relatively new houses stands a solid, detached house with a proper garden. Would you say that this house is pretty big in Japan? I don't know. I mean, it seems big. From what I've heard, Ayaka is the eldest daughter with a younger sister and brother, so it's the ideal house for a family of 5. Excuse me for intruding. That's probably ojamashimashou. I give a modest greeting, carefully line up my shoes and turn around. A refreshing older gentleman greets me with a smile. Yes, I'm Setsuda Takuma. I'm in your care starting today. A pleasure to meet you. All of these, parents look very young, huh? His refreshing nature, completely contrary to the warnings I was given, disarms me. He approaches me with a smile. That was a very weird sentence, huh? Sorry, I meant to do this, but I ended up actually, using my mouse wheel to advance the text. But yeah, the refreshing nature disarms me thing is very weird to say. But Takuma is also a weird person. I don't think that it's out of character for him to say that garbage. He casually approaches me with a smile, and just as I think he's about to casually pat my shoulder, I'm thoroughly threatened. His language is unimaginably foul for his appearance, but this much is so within my expected parameters. I'll live subserviently. I'm fully aware, father. The Yohakari family father, whose voice changes drastically between his daughter and me.
安心しなさい。変なことはしないから。
Thought that we were childhood friends. Shouldn't this guy know me? He gets away with it, not letting his plastered smile slip for a second in front of the suspicious Ayaka. Ayaka still looks uneasy but goes ahead.
そうさ。変なことはしないさ。変なことはね。
Don't be shaken. I must not fall for his pace. Saying anything careless here will only worsen my position. I make an effort to smile too. I must appeal that I'm harmless.
とりあえず金玉潰しておけばいい。
Ayaka-chan! Ayaka-chan, help me!
貴様！早速本性を現したな。
Anyone would scream when their manhood is in danger.
たくまさん、もうやっぱりお父さん、たくまさんにひどいことしようとしましたね。
違うんだ、綾香。ゴキブリが出ただけなんだ。それでちょっとびっくりしてしまったようなんだ。そうだよな、たくまくん。
Am I supposed to nod?
従えば見逃してやっても。
I don't want to cause trouble for Ayaka, so I reluctantly decide to obey Ryunosuke-san. I'm sorry for scaring you, Ayaka.
ゴキブリが我が家に。もうおしまい。燃やすしかないわ。
Behind Ayaka, a trembling woman is muttering something far more dangerous than Ryunosuke-san. I still don't know whether or not they're gonna do the Hiyori and Hiyori and mom combo if I do Hiyori's route. Is this game that is Asa Project that degenerate that they would do like an Oyakodon?
お母さん、その手に持ったライターを離して。
The like you know, the Left for Rent or Left for Hire one that I played didn't really have a MILF. They got twins, and that was the first route that I did.
マリカ、落ち着きなさい。ゴキブリはもうパパが駆除したから大丈夫だ。だからな。
They make some pretty damn fine MILFs, yeah, gotta say.
でも一匹見たら100匹いると思いなさいって昔おばあちゃんが言ってたわ。やっぱり燃やすしか。
I think that's for fleas, not necessarily cockroaches.
100匹駆除したから。いや、もうこの町のゴキブリは全てパパが駆除したから。根こそぎ絶滅させたから。
ほらお父さんもこう言ってますからね。お母さん。それならお母さん安心。男。
She catches sight of me and lets out a bizarre scream. Ah, I'm Setora Takuma, and I'll be in your care from today.
やだ、男の子ない。やだ。
But you have a younger brother, don't you, Ayaka? The fuck? She disinfects me with alcohol spray.
うちの妻に何をするんだ。
By all appearances, I'm the victim, aren't I?
それ以上近づかないで。じゃないと燃やしちゃうから。
Eep. So dumb. You know, whoever your name is, Ryunosuke had to put his dick into you for you to born Ayaka and her siblings, right? I hastily stepped back about 3 steps.
お父さん、とりあえずお母さん連れてリビングに。
ああ。
Ryunosuke-san leads Ayaka's mother, who looks suddenly exhausted, away into the back. Ayaka?
すみません。うちの母、マリカって言うんですけど、ひどい潔癖症で、特に家族以外の男の人見るといつもあんな感じで。
How are you able to date this guy then? How are you able to date Ryunosuke? Come on. Sometimes when I find people like this in anime, or I guess it's only in anime because I've never actually found someone that has a phobia of males or females. But yeah, how the fuck do they even date? I'm mildly curious. She's always like that. I think that's quite something if she's always like that, not just when I'm around. I know it's not my place to say, but maybe I should refrain from staying over.
ダメです。たくまさんのことは綾香が守りますから。
You'd go that far from me, Ayaka.
う がこんなんなので、今までまともにお友達も呼べたことないんです。呼べても同じくらい変ななあちゃんぐらいで。でもたくまさんならきっと。
Yeah, Nachan should be that Nanako chick, the vice student council president.
きっと耐えてみせてくれると思って。
I need to endure it. I'm not as physically durable or spiritually enlightened as I look. I'm a calcium deficient young man who gets furious over minor things.
うちではお兄ちゃんって呼んであげますから。
Why calcium deficient? Is it because of the rumor that if you fap a lot that you're actually going to be deficient in calcium? I don't know whether or not that's true, by the way. But that's what I hear back when I was in high school. Alright, leave it to me. That single phrase hits too hard for me. An only child who's wanted a little sister for years.
お母さんは3メートル以内に近づかなければ着火されることはないと思いますし、お父さんもなるべく彩香がそばにいますから。お兄ちゃん。
Say it again. Say Oni-chan again. Whoa, what the fuck? Well, I'm getting a yaka to call me Oni-chan. Someone who slips past us casually spits on me. That's disgusting. I put my hand on my cheek and feel warm saliva. Are you gonna lick it? I turn around and see a girl who looks like a little Ayaka, with a demonic glare on her face. She glances at me and goes up to the second floor without a word. Man, I do wonder if I were ever in this sort of stupid scenario, like if I were in an actual hentai protagonist, I probably would do the stupidest shit ever. Oh my god. Is this a reward?
違うと思います。こら、マル！たくまさんに謝りなさい！マル！
I'd probably be like even creepier so that she would be even creeped out. Even more creeped out than she already is. Like at the moment, what she's doing is that she's showing deviance towards me, right? But that's not necessarily being disgusted by me. That could make you feel even disgusted, way more disgusted. Ayaka chases after the girl called Maru. Could she be her younger sister? This house is dangerous, isn't it? Thinking that, I take the opportunity to lick the saliva off my hand. If anyone saw me, I'd be the dangerous one. Ah. See? This game's humor is definitely more my kind of thing. Thank you, Takuma. Thank you very much.
兄ちゃんやるな。
Oh, you saw that.
マル姉ちゃんにツボ吐きかけられてそんなに冷静だったの兄ちゃんが初めてだよ。
A baby-faced boy in a school uniform stares at me with sparkling eyes. For some reason, he's complimenting me, but I didn't do anything amazing. If anything, I might have been socially dead if Ayaka had seen me. I don't know, maybe she's into that, man. You never know. Now, how should I silence him? Are you Ayaka's younger brother?
僕ダンって言うんだ。兄ちゃんタクマだろ。あや姉ちゃんから聞いてるよ。
Don. I don't know whether or not that's a good name or a bad name. But it's so weird, it's just one syllable. Don. He has a boyish energy, bouncing around like a small animal. The girl just now, Maru, right? Is she Ayaka's younger sister?
そうだよ、マル姉ちゃん。あや姉ちゃんに近づく男のこと大嫌いだから気をつけた方がいいよ。
A siscon, eh? Between the doting dad and this, Ayaka is really loved.
な兄ちゃん。
You stop calling me Nichan? I only want to be Ayaka's Onichan.
なんでだよ。あや姉ちゃんにお兄ちゃんって気持ち悪く呼ばせてんだから。僕だって兄ちゃんって呼ぶくらいいいじゃんか。
She's a girl, okay? Oh, fair. Call me whatever you like. He makes a perfectly rational point that leaves me speechless and I flinch. Takuma, that's the thing that Takuma lacks, man. He lacks composure. Okay? He needs to be a bit more composed. Because I feel like I could be more the straight man whenever I'm dealing with this sort of random garbage. He doesn't look like he's thinking about anything, but he's surprisingly sharp.
兄ちゃん、とりあえず僕の部屋来てよ。あや姉ちゃん戻ってこないし。
You won't do anything weird?
僕のことを何だと思ってるの？ 今のところ兄ちゃんの方がよっぽど変だからね。
It's true that compared to the other Yohakari residents, this Don seems like a normal person who can be reasoned with. For that very reason, I can't feel safe. He might just be hiding his true nature. I decide to follow him quietly. If I have to deal with him, a closed room is more convenient. The fuck am I gonna do to this guy? He's like a kid. He's probably in middle school. Don's room is an uninteresting room with no particular features. Oh, you got a bunk bed though. Now then, shall I look for porn mags? Hey Hiyori, bet you'd like to hear about this old school guy who's actually hiding porn mags in this day and age. Don't think you're hiding them successfully. Assume your sister and mother have already found them. In other words, your sexual preferences are an open book to your family.
僕、今日からどうやってこの家で生きていけばいいの？
I mean, who cares, Don? I guess when you were young, you still care about your fetishes being found out. I have so many dojins that people can just look at, you know, in my room. Well, I try to hide it from my, niece and nephews when they come over. I don't know whether or not they found them, though. I mean, can you blame me? Like, back when I was a young kid, when I was, in 5th grade or 6th grade, my brother used to slip in DVDs that are questionable in my DVD covers. Or it's not a DVD cover, it's like those, man, when I'm talking about this, I feel so old because you guys probably don't even understand what I'm talking about. You have like a DVD collection, like album thing, where you put stuff in, where you slot like each disc individually. And sometimes when I go through those things, they'd be like a weird DVD that clearly isn't meant to be there, so yeah. Oh, so you like older women, huh? Looks like we have similar tastes. I make a random guess, immediately find a porn mag and start enjoying it.
なんで兄ちゃんは初対面の姉ちゃんの弟の部屋で好き勝手できるの？
Because I'm your Nichan, little brother.
兄ちゃん！
What an easy target. Why did they, say Nichan as Nichan, but older, little brother as little brother? I thought I could just say Ototo, right? However, it's important to keep flattering Dan. Dan? Don? Dan? Whichever works, right? Because his room is the only place in his house where I might find peace.
ここにいたんですね、たくまさん。
Call me Onichan when we're alone.
僕いるんだけど。っていうか、あや姉ちゃん、勝手に入ってこないでよ。
さっきはすみません、うちの妹が。
無視しないで。
もう、お姉ちゃん今はたくまさんとお話ししてるの。
Man, I feel bad for this guy. Call me Onichan.
あや姉ちゃん大丈夫？やっぱりこの人ちょっと変だよ。
Hey, she was the one that said it first. I'm just trying to get into the whole role-playing business. You, who has 2 older sisters, dare to call me weird? You old woman-loving pervert?
すっかりダンに懐かれてますね。お兄ちゃん。
Switch places. I want to switch places with him, even if he's your little brother.
どんだけ羨ましいの。
The fate of a sorrowful only child. Wow, this is a proper girl's room.
お兄ちゃん、京姉と日和のところで何を見てきたんですか？
You got some weird taste with stuffed animals, though. What the fuck is that bear-looking thing? It looks ugly as fuck. You have multiple of them, too. I think there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Jeez. Might be more. The reason why I say 5 is because that alarm clock thing next to her bed is also like the same model. It's flowery and it smells like a girl's room. Kyone's was just a pigsty, and Hiyori's room was relaxing with its tatami mats, but not very girly. But what is that chimera? There are lots of strange, hard-to-describe stuffed animals, but I'll try to ignore them.
どうしましょうか？
Ayaka asks, sitting on the bed with a slight blush. The sun hasn't set yet, and there's still time until dinner. I came to Yaka's room because she invited me, but now that I'm here, I can't think of anything to do. Can't believe it. I was so careless at Kyone's and Hiyori's places that now that I'm in a formal situation, I'm getting strangely nervous. Do you have any manga? I could probably try to read something here.
パパがお菓子を持ってきてあげたぞ。
The door bursts open and Ryunosuke-san arrives with a big smile and some snacks.
お父さん、入ってくるときはちゃんとノックしてください。
たくまくんがいるんだからいいじゃないか。それとも何かパパに見られてまずいことでもしていたのかな。
He pushes his face close to mine to keep me in check.
お兄ちゃんとはそういう関係じゃないんですから、変な勘違いしないでください。
Yes, I'm definitely Oni-chan.
そうかそうか、これはすまないことを。に、いっちゃ。
This is a misunderstanding. I quickly deny it to Ryunosuke-san, who's giving me an intense look.
早くお父さんは出てってください。これからいいところなんですから。
I feel like Ayaka, as much as she really wants to get laid or whatever, she probably doesn't even know what the hell she's doing. This is a misunderstanding.
君はうちの娘のことをどういう目で見ているんだ。
Like she's my real sister.
姉様の妹は私だけなんだけど。
Suddenly, a gaze 10 times colder than Ryunosuke-san's is poured upon me from the doorway.
まだまで。ちょうどいいからさっきのこと、たくまさんに謝って。
唾吐きかけてどうもごめんなさい、このクソロリコン野郎。
She's not even a lolly, come on. Who are you calling a lolicon? Ayaka may look a little young, but she's only a year younger than me. It's legal.
姉様だけじゃなく、私まで性的な目で見る見境ない性欲の獣が、それ以上汚らわしい目で清純な姉様を見るの。
いいぞマル、もっと言ってやれ。
父親だからって姉様の部屋に勝手に入らない。
Okay.
はい。
He's so weak. The main pillar of the Yohakari family, who looks so defeated, suddenly loses all his bravado.
姉様、こいつは危険です。今からでも遅くないですから、どうか止まらせるなんて暴挙をやめてください。
Maru, Ayaka's younger sister, addresses Ayaka in an unbelievably polite tone.
やだもん。
That Ayaka is throwing a tantrum.
ああ、兄ちゃんここにいたのか。なんだよ、トイレ行くとか言ってあや姉ちゃんと密会しないでよ。僕と遊ぶ約束したろ。
My bad. But if Ayaka invites me, I can't refuse, can I?
そこは断ってよ。男との友情を大切にしてよ。
We barely know each other, dude.
ショタコン。
Could you stop making baseless accusations about everything?
ダンはやるから綾香には近づかないでくれ。
Brother.
そうだ、僕のこと売らないでよ。
This is your kid too, you know? I don't want him.
みんなご飯。
This chick is the craziest one. Don't do that. What if I get blind?
あゆちゃんのお友達。
I guess if she's just doing it on my skin, that's a tiny bit okay, but alcohol? Like, you know, ew. It's probably gonna be not good for my skin. I was just sprayed by you right now, though.
何？マリカにぶっかけられただと？
So stupid. You watched the whole thing happen right in front of your eyes.
父さん、母さん、ご飯なんでしょ。早く食べようよ。ほーら。
Don, reading the atmosphere, takes his parents away. Not bad.
大丈夫ですか？ふきふき。
Ayaka wipes the mysterious liquid, which seems to be deodorant, off me with a handkerchief. There's a deodorant that's a spray version? I still use those roll-on versions, so... I'm not up with the times, man. Thanks, Ayaka. If you could, please tell your mom that stuff shouldn't be sprayed on people. If I was you, I would lick it in front of her face. I would actually stand in front of her touch where she like spit on me, and then yeah, lick it. Lick my hand that's touching the spit. Yeah.
フロー
How'd you
ニン
like
の
that,
分際
bitch?
で姉様の私物を汚すなんて許されない。
どうしてみんなお兄ちゃんのこと邪険にするの？
This girl clearly doesn't know just how bad I can be.
私の姉様になんて気色の悪い呼び方をさせてるの。
Scary. Your eyes are scary, little sister Sama. I guess Imoto Sama? So weird. Should have just used the, you know, the furigana, right? Instead of localizing it. She threatens me with a low voice, so Ayaka can't hear.
お兄ちゃん、ほらまた拭いてあげますから、こっちを向いてください。
Oh, my bad, Ayaka. She's reloading another shot, that girl.
勘違いしないでください。ガムを噛んでいるだけです、姉様。
お行儀悪いから静かに噛みなさい。あ、いけない。こんなところまで汚れちゃって。
She gonna touch my dick? A burst fire that doesn't miss a momentary lapse. In the instant Ayaka glances away, a 3-round burst of saliva lands on my face. Some people are gonna be into that. You could, you know, lick your face. Like, have your tongue out. How much practice does this girl have spitting on others' faces? Yeah, my boy, Takuma! My man! I lick Maru's saliva while stealing a glance at Ayaka. I, said to the Takuma, am not a man who will be outdone by a little girl with a foul mouth. Perhaps surprised by my bizarre act, she flinches. Go on, try to shoot again. I'll lick up as much as you can spit out, you hear me?
この男、やはり危険。姉様、夕食が冷めてしまいますから先にリビングへ。その男は私が代わりに拭いておきますので。
マル、タクマさんにちゃんと謝るのよ。ではお兄ちゃん、先に行ってますね。
Yeah. I deliberately let Ayaka go without stopping her. And here I thought Ayaka was gonna go after my crotch. I guess she's actually much more normal than I thought. After maintaining mutual silence until Ayaka's footsteps are gone.
今すぐ土下座してお前の貧相なチンポを床にこすりつけながら謝ったらさっきのことは黙っててあげる。
You think I care, bitch? That's my line, you little brat. I can tell Ayaka to spit on me again, you know.
ペドブタ風情がこの私を脅すつもり？
Just stop the baseless insults already. Ayaka's sister, whose mouth got even fouler, was clearly holding back earlier. It might not be my place to say, but if you push men away just because they're men, Ayaka will never find a wonderful relationship. Isn't it your duty to quietly watch over her happiness if you care for your sister?
はあ？何を勘違いしてるか知らないけど、姉様に出会いなんて不要。なぜなら生涯にわたってこの私が養うから。
Yeah, whatever you say, bitch. Whatever you say. This girl clearly has never worked a day in her life. She's crazy. You're dyed in the wool, Siscon, huh?
じゃあそのシスコンの唾液舐めて喜んでる男は何なの？クズなの？
No, just a normal pervert. Takuma! See, this is what I mean about Takuma. He lacks composure. Takuma!
姉様を妹扱いしてるようだけど、例えばあんたに姉様みたいな可愛い妹がいたらどう思う？異性との出会いなんて不要でしょ？
I wouldn't mind having multiple. You're so right. Wait, I'm an idiot for agreeing. I almost agree, but I don't want to be that kind of overly possessive older brother. I want to limit myself to obstructing illicit heterosexual relationships at most. Listen up, Ayaka's sister. You and I have exchanged fluids. We practically had sex.
今この場でねじ切られたいの？
Not wrong, not wrong. My thing, technically, if you exchange saliva enough, you can have an STD from someone that's infected.
分かったのなら今すぐ姉様のことは忘れて、寒空の下で全裸になって踊って国家機関に捕まって。
Man, you have a foul mouth though. I don't appreciate that. I understand up to leaving, but why must I be arrested?
本当に姉様のことを忘れられる人間なんてこの世にはいないもの。
if I dare to joke that she's my childhood friend, but I kind of forgot her. I feel like she'd actually kill me.
なんで黙るの？死ぬの？死んで。
Stop piling on the death wishes.
一度だけ忠告しておくけど、もし姉様にちょっかい出したら、私は逮捕されたって構わないから。
You know what? I have friends, Maru. If I'm gone, I'm just gonna have my other friends go to your sister. And what can you do about that when you're arrested, bitch? A do or die warning. See? Takuma! You need to be much... You need to be like me, man.
私はお前をいつでも見ている。
You can't go puny against this sort of threat. This is nothing. Ugh, I'm being watched. As she leaves the room, she gives me one last look of utter disgust. She has an air about her that wants to forcefully drive me out. But judging by her father and the others, she can't completely ignore Ayaka's will.
兄ちゃん無事だったか？マル姉ちゃんに罵倒されてもびくともしないなんてさすがだね。
Nah, Dan. He's actually flinching. This guy, he lacks proper training. Honestly, I want that girl to call me Oni-chan too. I want her to insult me while calling me that. I don't flinch, but I get scared.
兄ちゃん気持ち悪いけどたくましいな。
Yeah, that is something me and you, Takuma, we're not gonna be able to see eye to eye. I don't get off from like the whole like femdom thing. That's not me, man. I'm Takuma.
すまんな。
It's incredibly difficult to eat. Since Marika-san would throw a fit if I shared the dining table, I'm eating alone at a separate table. I guess I'm eating at the sofa there. Well, I'm not eating at the sofa, I'm probably sitting down on the low table. And I only have a paper cup, paper plate, and disposable chopsticks. Still, I am grateful to be allowed to eat with them. Marika-san keeps glancing at me from the other table. I wonder if she's worried about whether the food suits my taste, despite everything. It's so good! Regardless of the situation, my motto is to enjoy my meals, so I state my honest opinion. Marika-san lets out a small sigh of relief, so she was concerned after all. I've enjoyed the distinct family flavors of the Aranami and Mizuma households, but Marika-san's cooking gives the impression that she tries new recipes. It seems she prefers to experiment with different dishes each time she cooks, rather than sticking to a fixed taste. This is clear from the several recipe books stacked in the kitchen. Huh? What's wrong, Ayaka?
お兄ちゃんが寂しそうにしてたので来ちゃいました。一緒に食べましょ
Are you an angel?
う。やっぱりご飯は楽しく食べたいですよね。
I nod with all my might, healed by the smile of the Archangel. Archangel? Archangel? Archangel, right? What the fuck? What did I say? Archangel? I don't even know how I said it. Archangel Ayaka.
兄ちゃん僕も来てあげたよ。
No need.
なんでだよ僕も仲間に入れてよ。だってあっち父さんとマル姉ちゃんがすっごい怖い顔して黙々と食べるんだよ。
I feel kind of sorry for this guy. He has to deal with this like every day. That won't do. You must enjoy your meals. Here, you can sit next to me. A double negative aura drifts from the dining table I just glanced at. I don't want to eat in a place like that either. Say, Ayaka, where should I sleep tonight?
申し訳ないですけど、ダンの部屋でも大丈夫ですか？
I don't mind at all, but...
僕の部屋？
Dan lets out a bizarre shout.
ダン？タクマさんと一緒は嫌なの？
そういうわけじゃないけど。ほら。
What, you want to fap? I can just pretend, okay? Pretend to not notice it. Don't worry, man. Dan looks at me, hinting that he wants me to figure something out. There must be a reason that's somewhat embarrassing and he can't tell Ayaka. We're buddies, aren't we? Why are you so embarrassed?
違うよ。さては兄ちゃん察しが悪いな。
No, I know what the hell you want, Dan. It's okay. We're guys. What did you say? I, the #1 sensitive protagonist, am bad at reading the room? Preposterous.
敏感系って卑猥です。
Why? Ayaka is flustered, but even sensitive me doesn't know the reason.
まあいいや。明日から休みだけど、兄ちゃんだって一日中家にいるわけじゃないもんね。
Oh, right. Tomorrow's Saturday. I don't have anything to do, so I'll be here.
いや、どっか出かけてよ。引きこもりじゃないんだから。
Hmm? Well, I might go to Yori's place to work part-time, but basically, I'll be in your room.
あや姉ちゃん、兄ちゃんと遊んでやって。お外で元気よく遊んでやって。
Brother, you can just swap in the bathroom or something.
いいけど。
Ayaka and I tilt our head in unison. It's true that having a stranger live in your room isn't pleasant, but he calls me Nichan, so I thought it'd be fine.
洗い物は苦手なの。
Awesome. I can stretch my legs out fully. Yeah, I do think this is probably a bigger house compared to the others, huh? As expected of a detached house's bath, its size does not disappoint. What is it? What is this detached? Like detached house? What does that mean? Does that mean that there's no house next to them? So there's like, you know, separation between each housing? Because if so, then I get that. So basically you have your own space, right? Before the next house over. Because over here in Southeast Asia, most houses usually are right next to each other. Like you share like one single wall between them. But still, after 5 people have used it, it certainly smells like a family bath. If it were just Ayaka, Maru, and Marika-san, it might not be like this. But when Ryunosuke-san and Dan are mixed in too. So this is how it is, huh? Marika-san, the misophobe. Misophobe? Is it misophobe or misophobe? I think it's miso, right? Apparently can't enter the bath unless she's the first one. The subsequent order is also fixed, with all the girls going first and then the men. The poor men. Even raising the toilet seat is forbidden, so I wonder if they feel a bit uncomfortable.
兄ちゃん、ちょっといい？
Yeah! A peeper!
違うよ。兄ちゃんの裸なんて見ても嬉しくないから。
Then why are you here? You can just knock first and say something outside. It wouldn't make you happy?
はい、これ。
A word who would burst in naked in the Yohakari house, but Dan, wearing pajamas, simply leans a cleaning tool against the bath wall.
お母さんがお風呂入ったら掃除してって。じゃないと明日自分が入れないからって。
If I clean it, will that really be enough for her? That's true. She's a deep-seated misophobe, apparently. Well, I'll do it anyway. I'm indebted to you guys after all. I'll make every nook and cranny sparkling clean.
さあ、ちなみに結構かかりそう？
Half an hour? Alright, just do your thing, man. Hmm? Well, I'll take my time for a bit longer.
わかった。頑張ってな、兄ちゃん。
Ah, youth. Dan leaves the bath looking oddly happy. That's blatantly suspicious. What is he plotting? I can't believe Takuma hasn't thought about this shit. Come on, man, he's in middle school. The peak of where eroticism is at its peakest, at its highest. He's at a sensitive age, and a guy's business isn't something I should worry about. So I push it to the back of my mind and slowly enjoy the large bath. My nightwear has been stolen. I get out of the bath and open my bag to change to my nightwear, but the clothes I had washed at Hiyori's house are gone. In their place, the Nizuma family pajamas are neatly folded, including a spare.
他の子のお家に行っても私たちがすぐ隣にいるからね。バイミオリ。
What? What? Okay. I thought someone in this house actually stole them, but no, it's Miori-san. A letter is included even. Well, it's already circulating as a picture, and Dan is laughing at me, so whatever. Surprisingly, the pajamas aren't uncomfortable. I quickly accept the situation and decide to put the bag in Dan's room before cleaning. Am I gonna see his dick? The room's dark. Is he already asleep? He looked so energetic just a while ago, but I opened the door without thinking too much. God damn it! Why are you like fully naked, man? You should at least not like. You shouldn't be fully naked when you're fapping, okay? The reason being is that if someone actually does come, you can just whip out your shorts and underwear back up again. You're not coming. Don't be nasty. I think YouTube wouldn't like this, so I'm probably just gonna censor his body, even though nothing is shown technically. You're lucky it was me. If it were a Yak or Maru, you'd be dead. I flip on the room light and place my back down.
なんで人のオナニー突撃しておいてそんなに冷静なの
Well, technically this is already self-censoring, so I might not need to censor this. There's no nipples on the guys, thankfully. Dan, naked and masturbating, finally finds his voice. I intended to manly leave the room quietly, but it seems he wants attention. By the way, why are you completely naked? See? Takuma understands me, my man!
服脱がないと興奮しないんだよ
Okay. Okay. He's more advanced than I expected. Honestly, I'm not happy to see you masturbating.
誰も兄ちゃんのこと喜ばせようと思ってしてないから
Oh, so you're not trying to make me happy. You're just trying to make the little guy downstairs happy?
うまくないよ
I see. You let your guard down thinking I was cleaning the bath, huh? You horny bastard. Can't you at least hold it until I go out tomorrow? The strange behavior in the bath makes sense now, and I unintentionally say what I really felt.
1日3回しないと我慢できないでしょ
Damn, that's a lot. Is that a healthy diet? Isn't one time enough? I haven't done it at all since coming here.
兄ちゃんそれ死ぬよ
What an idiot. No. What the hell are you on? You mean like my seed won't be passed on?
っていうか何なのそのパジャマ
I don't want that kind of retort from your half-erect self. Put on some clothes, now! Even I'm utterly astonished by how horny this dude is. And something about Dan's state is strange.
兄ちゃん僕ねよく悪姉ちゃんにふぬけだとかヘタレだとか言われるんだけど
But?
そんな僕にも一つだけ許せないことがあってね
I'm being lectured by a naked half-erect guy with his penis dangling.
それはオナニーを邪魔されることなんだよ
Dan, I'm gonna call your sister, man. I blush unintentionally at the boy in the throes of puberty making such a high-pitched declaration. How embarrassing. He'll definitely recall this years later and turn bright red.
オナニーってのはねなんというか誰にも邪魔されず自由で救われてなきゃダメなんだよ
Well, if someone sees you, it's already sex. It's part of the play, and one wrong move is social death. Is it? I don't think so. Takuma, you're fucking nuts, dude. If someone sees you, that's not sex. It is some sort of play, but it's not really sex.
僕のオナニーを邪魔するなんていくら兄ちゃんだからって許さないんだからね
My bad.
実は僕まだ言ってないんだからね
Yeah, that sucks. I leave the room because dealing with any more Sunjerk, short for the Sundari Jerker, would lower my IQ. Just call him a gooner, man. Dan, there was a moment when I thought you were a normal boy. But you are undoubtedly a member of the Yohakari family. Good for you, Dan. You're not left out.
お兄ちゃんどうしましたダンが叫ぶ声が聞こえたような気がしたんですけど
It's fine. No problem.
毒されちん今ダンの部屋からオナニーの邪魔しないでって耳がはらみそうな悲鳴が聞こえたんだけど通報した
Damn, your boobs are big. Her boobs are big. I didn't realize that. Her normal outfit really did not make me, see it in that light. Could you stop reporting things after the fact?
ダンがどうしたの
なんでもありません姉様それより今日はけだものが2匹も我が家にいて不安で眠れないので一緒に寝てもいいですか
私はいいけど
Maru-sama smirks at me as if to say, serves you right. Am I really into femdom? Man, Takuma. You're weak. She is using me as an excuse to fulfill her own desires while looking down on me. She's got game indeed. Ayaka-chan, I want to sleep with you too.
お兄ちゃんは遠慮してください。
Ah, she just snorted.
童貞はせいぜいおなざるといかくさい部屋で仲良く寝てろ。
Just you wait, you perverted ape. In front of the pure Ayaka, I can't retort, and I'm utterly defeated by the triumphant younger sister. Damn bitch.
姉様、
Oh, what was that? Sorry, I missed what the, you know, screen transition was saying there. Sorry, Dan.
何マル。
あの男のパジャマどう思います？
素敵だと思う。
姉様の好感度アップのためだけにあんなダサいの着るなんてブサオめ、やはり許すまじ。
Thus, Takuma accumulates more undeserved resentment without his knowledge. Ah, that's it? That was pretty fast there. Good morning.
おはよ
I greet Marika-san from 3 meters away as we run into each other in the hallway, then wash my face in the washroom. She's so wary of me, but I suppose it's an improvement that I'm not being sprayed with a mysterious liquid.
兄ちゃん、おはよ
Morning. He begins brushing his teeth as if nothing happened last night. I'm not heartless enough to bring it up.
う。
Damn. It seems today I'm in a mood to find even the most trivial things obscene.
そうだ兄ちゃん。今日はどっか出かけるの？
I'm going to my part-time job.
いつから？どれくらい？何時に帰ってくるの？
What are you, my clingy girlfriend?
違うし。
Probably just wants to jerk off. I have no obligation to adjust my schedule for his masturbation habits. I enter the toilet to calm my hips and my heart. Next to the bath, it's one of the few places where I can secure some private space. I never had a habit of staying in the toilet for long, and since the sleepover life began, my stay time has increased slightly. Occupied.
たくまさん、
I told you to call me Oni-chan at home!
トイレの中で威張られても。
She has a point. I'm currently naked from the waist down. Hmm? This house is big, but is there only one toilet?
そうなんですよ。たまに順番待ちになっちゃって大変なんです。
Sorry, I'll get out now. I mean, I'll get it out.
言い直さなくていいですから。
Perhaps my mind was lax from the freedom of the toilet, but I seem to have said something unnecessary.
綾香姉様、
マルもトイレ？ごめんね、今お兄ちゃんが入ってて。
今すぐ出ないとそのまま一生出られなくしてあげる。
What can you do, bitch? Try me. Scary. My crotch clenched.
10、9、8。
What are you counting down for?
何の騒ぎだい。
おトイレ、誰か入ってるの？
The Yoakari family gathers one by one. This isn't a convenience store checkout, so don't all line up at once. It's kinda hard to do my business with y'all waiting right in front of the door.
居候の分際でトイレに立てこもるつもりか。
I'm trying to poop, damn it! I'm the one being besieged here.
早くしてください、お兄ちゃん。
早くしてください。
変なとこに反応しないで。
So stupid, this guy.
もう終わりだわ。
マリカまで。
男の子がした後のトイレなんて私死んじゃう。
Man, must be harsh being being this girl. I think this house needs a toilet exclusively for your mom, Ayaka.
君はいいから早くしてくれ。
一体何の騒ぎ？
私たちの方向を盾に居候がトイレに立てこもった。
兄ちゃん、早く出てきてよ。だって僕は。
What, you too? Does being family mean even the wavelength of your urge to pee is in sync?
オナニーしたいんだよ。
Why not do it in your room, man? I'm not there. In this situation?
朝昼晩しないと死んじゃうんだよ。
Amazing. Ayaka's little brother. I respect that unwavering focus. But you don't have to do it in a crowded toilet.
お兄ちゃん、彩香、恥ずかしくない音出すやつのモノマネするんで、そのうちに。
What? That's something you can do?
私の姉様の声帯からトイレの流水音を出させるつもり？どこまで姉様を怪我すつもり？
One thing I do think about this game is that sometimes they reuse the joke a bit too much. Like, I don't mind the fapping joke for, like, Dan. But come on. He was clearly, like, embarrassed by the fact, right? And yet he said all of that while the family is out here. Just doesn't make sense. Eh.
あなた、私、これまで幸せだったわ。
マリカ、待て、死ぬなマリカ。俺なら30秒でトイレ掃除できるから死ぬんじゃない。もうなーに。
Yeah, I feel like this guy is really not needed right now.
ジャバジャバジャバジャバ。
I hate this house.
3分あればおうちピカピカ。
それで、どうだったの？あやちゃんのうちは。
Man, it was something else. How do I put it? It's dense. The air, the personalities, the unique atmosphere of that house was perfectly complete, you see.
なんでガールズトークなのにたっくんが入ってきてるの？なんで自ら語ってるの？
It's not an experience you can have living a normal life. When I think about it that way, I feel like my current situation is actually quite fortunate, you know?
語り口調がドキュメンタリー風。だべってないで仕事しろや、新入り。
Yes, ma'am. As I blend in with the gathered childhood friends, Hiyori senpai scolds me. Perhaps because it's lunchtime on a weekend, there are more customers than on weekdays.
さて、邪魔者はいなくなったわね。ね、どうだったの？あやちゃん。たくまさんすごいですね。うちでも平然としてました。そう見えただけじゃないの？心なしか疲れてそうだったけど。
Welcome. How many will it be?
うちは八百屋じゃないぞ。無駄に元気そうだけど。そうです。お父さんには脅され、お母さんには避けられ、妹には唾を吐きかけられ、弟と何かいけないことがあったらしいですけど、今日もたくまさんは元気です。
How come the loot? How come with how loot you are, Ayaka? You don't know that your brother's trying to fap.
せめてあやちゃんだけでも味方になってあげないと。そうは思うんですけど、たくまさん男の子ですから、私どういうことしたら喜んでくれるのかわからなくて。
What does that even mean?
そりゃやっぱエロじゃね。日和には聞いてません。お仕事しててください。んだよ、仲間外れにして。プンププーン。
What's wrong, Hiyori? Do you need a fart?
拗ねてるだけだから。お前、そのデリカシーのなさでよく彩香の家で殺されなかったな。
I was acting meek at Ayaka's house.
そうね。一緒に何かするだけでも喜んでくれるんじゃない？たっくん、彩香のこと妹みたいだって言ってたし。一緒にですか？リト先輩は何かありませんか？私？そんなこと聞かれても。あんたはいいわよね。昔みたいに虫取りにでも誘えばいいんだから。虫取りなんてもうしないっての。でっかい蝶々捕まえて自慢してくる可愛いリトはもういないのね。大人になるって残酷ですね。だから男の子だってたくのに間違われるんだよ。ああ、今は私のことはどうでもいいでしょ。あやちゃんの話して。
Now, I really do think the reason why Takuma thought that Rito was a guy was because he looks like a guy. The hobbies don't really matter usually. Like, a girl can still be a girl if they like soccer and shit, if they look like a girl. Come to think of it, tomorrow's finally time to sleep at Rito's house. The girls' talk, which I can hear perfectly as usual, reminds me of an unresolved issue. Honestly, I'm at my limit just thinking about how to get through today at the Yohakari house. But I can't keep saying that.
辛くなったらいつでもうちに来ていいからね。ね。
Will do, Miori-san. Please wait one more week.
みおり死んじゃう。
Please don't die. You have Hiyori, don't you?
たくまさん、ちょっといいですか？
What's up, Ayaka? Call me Oni-chan had become something of a catchphrase, but I realized this is in the Yohakari house and restrained myself.
これから京姉たちとお買い物ついでに寄り道して帰りますので、お仕事終わったら先に帰っててください。
Alright. Got it. I'll be back before dinner, too.
それで、夜時間くれますか？
Ayaka looks down, seemingly a bit embarrassed. When you so suggestively... you make your Oni-chan's heart pound. I think there's supposed to be another word before suggestively there. When you sound so suggestively? Yeah, sure.
じゃあ夜に彩香の部屋来てくださいね。
Ayaka returns to Kyoani and the others, looking happy. Is this an unexpected heart-pounding development?
ないから安心しろ。
It's a sleepover, so it's fine if there's a little something like that, isn't it? It's fine.
彩香とでも会ってほしいのか？
It's better than nothing, isn't it?
そういうもんか。
I'm fine with nothing happening with you.
言葉には気をつけろよ。私はいつでも切れるナイフになれる年頃だぞ。
What? Do you want something to happen with me too?
そういうわけじゃないけどさ、意識してるやつじゃなくてもはっきりないと言われるのはなんだかな。タクマだってそうだろ？
Nope. If I really have no interest in the person, even if they say nope to my face, I don't care. But if it's someone I'm even a teeny tiny teensy bit interested in, I probably care. Stop pretending to be an understanding woman sometimes.
理由なく私のこと下げるのやめて。ごちそうさま。
Rito,
何？
I'll be at your place tomorrow evening. Don't growl at me.
一度決めたことなんだから最初くらいちゃんと止めてあげなさいよ。わかってる。
She turns her face away, looking displeased as usual, and leaves first.
明日からのお泊まりでどうにか仲直りしときなさいよ。いつまでもあんなんじゃめんどくさいし。
Depending on how long this new day is gonna take at Ayaka's house, I might actually end the episode early and do a separate episode for Rito. You know, because after Rito, there might be some more stuff before we actually get to end the common route and go to a choice selection, a heroine selection. I know, I'll figure something out. I don't want to rush through things. The sleepover life I thought I was getting used to still has a mountain of problems.
明日なんて来なければいいのに。夜更かしするんです。
I think she says something about ashita. Maybe she doesn't want tomorrow to come or something. What's this all of a sudden? As promised, when I visit Ayaka's room at night, I find her in her pajamas, looking fired up for some reason.
お泊まり。その真髄はすなわち夜更かしすることだったんです。
It's certainly a classic.
明日もお休みですし、朝までコースで問題ないんです。
That phrasing seems a little problematic though. If that little sister of hers heard that outside the door, I'd probably be killed the moment I left the room. I get that he called me here because he wants to stay up all night. So, what exactly do you want to do?
今日の彩香は一味違いますよ。
She seems confident. Honestly, as a guy, I'm happier spending time with Ayaka than being in the same room as that horny degenerate Dan.
ホラー映画を一緒に見ましょう。朝まで。
Till morning?
安心してください。今日ねのおすすめ10本借りてきましたから。
You better not blast the sounds, because I'm probably gonna go to sleep at some point. I'm not worried about the number of movies. I'm worried about whether I can endure horror movies until morning.
お兄ちゃん、もしかして怖いのダメなんですか？
I'm not bad with them, but I'm not a fan. What about you, Ayaka?
ダメです。
Why are you so confident?
正確にはダメですけど、好きです。
What are you, 10? You're just like my nephew. Like morbid curiosity?
はい。でもホラー映画なんて一人で見られるわけないじゃないですか。そこでお兄ちゃんと一緒なら普段見られないホラー映画がたくさん見られます。
Oh. I guess not. Now that I think about it, I guess Ayaka really does want an older brother. Because she's like the oldest, she actually wants to be doted on by someone. I see. I see.
それにお兄ちゃんも楽しんでくれるかなって。
Be my little sister.
彩香の家ではもうお兄ちゃんの妹ですよ。
Ayaka's slightly mischievous smile is so cute that I almost forget I'm in a den of demons. It's true that Ayaka is a good, cute girl, but demons live in this house. If I let my guard down too much, I don't know where a demonic hand might reach out from. Or so I thought. The first movie is surprisingly scary, and I'm already losing my composure. God damn it! I thought you were in bath with them! Hey, Ayaka. Don't you have any B-horror movies to start with?
ヨネのおすすめなんて信じた彩香がバカでした。
It's not the type of horror that relies on jump scares, but atmospheric horror that creeps up on you is against the rules. It's seriously scary. I'm not gonna lie, usually when it comes to horror, the scary part is just the sounds, man. Sometimes without the sound, like watch a horror movie without sounds, guys. Even if there's like jump scares, or even if you see like the ghost or whatever tries to scare on you, even if you see them, you're like, what? That's it? Like you don't really care about it. Usually it's the sound that makes it a lot more creepy than it needs to be. Partway through, Ayaka is so scared she won't let go of my sleeve. Your boobs at this angle, Ayaka, are actually twice as big. Pretty crazy just how angles can make boobs bigger. It's fine to continue, but can we at least turn on the lights?
そんな邪道を彩香に歩ませるつもりですか？
Where exactly are you trying to go?
次ですよ。次。
Wait, just wait a little longer. I need time to calm my heart right now. I need to change the subject. Right, I'll ask about something I've actually been curious about since yesterday. What is that monster? Check out my pajamas. Is there some unique pajamas? She'd probably enjoy it if I ask about her pajamas.
セーブする？
But I just want... but I kind of want to tease her, you know? What's that monster? I asked while looking at the weird character on Ayaka's pajamas. What? No, come on. I thought that I was gonna be doing the stupid thing about trying to tease her shit.
化け物？どこにいるんですか？
Oh, she still fell for it anyway. What an idiot. Right next to you. Sorry, just kidding, just kidding.
次やったら丸呼びますからね。
Don't use your little sister as a threat. What's that weird, unique character called?
この子ですか？ベアタマくんです。
Is it supposed to be referencing Gudetama or whatever? Ignoring Ayaka, who eagerly jumped at the topic, I stare at the mysterious character. Eggs stuck to its body like tumors. A bear with crazy eyes. Is this what they call gross cute? Kimo something? I guess? Kimo kawaii? I don't know. Japanese have weird taste, man. If I look closely, there are several pieces of merchandise for this character in the room, so it must be our favorite. Yeah, even the jug. Or, I guess not the jug, that thing. The glass. So what kind of character is this Bitama-kun?
北アメリカに生息していて、人を見ると生卵を投げつけてくるとっても愛嬌のある生物なんです。
What part of that is charming? I tilt my head while looking at the Bitama-kun printed on Ayaka's t-shirt.
あんまり見られると恥ずかしいです。
Sorry. If I look closely, isn't this outfit of Ayaka's kinda erotic? I haven't been consciously thinking about it, but Ayaka's nightwear is just a slightly oversized t-shirt. And she's not wearing anything underneath. No, she's probably wearing panties at least. Her thighs are generously exposed, and it looks like I could see everything if it flipped up just a little. It looks like I could see them, but her guard is firm. A different kind of heart-pounding event than with Kyone. Typo? This is how a sleepover at a girl's house should be. Huh? Ayaka?
寝てませんからね。
When I glance to the side, Ayaka is dozing off. It's almost midnight. If you're sleepy, you don't have to force yourself.
まだ1本しか見てないじゃないですか。まだまだ夜は長いですから。ね。
If you say so, Ayaka, I'll stay with you. That didn't wake her up, goddamn. While I'm screaming alone, Ayaka has fallen asleep, breathing peacefully. It's scary, but I can't wake her up. I can't move for fear of waking Ayaka, and I can't reach for the remote to stop the movie. What? She leaning on my shoulder or something? And what's with this horror movie? It's seriously scary. Who gave permission to film something this scary? Are they a god? But it's almost over.
呪ってやろうか。もう死んでるの？
Don't tease an adult. Wait, huh? She's not here! Thought I heard the little sister's voice from behind me, but I can't see her. You're kidding, right? Hey!
呪い。開心剤。
What dialect is that? I calm my heart by looking at the sleeping face of Ayaka, who's completely in dreamland.
これで終わりと思ったか。
Nyurun, are you serious, Takuma? A cold sensation runs down my back. What did you put in there?
ダンの使用済みこんにゃく。
Ew. You can just say Tenga or Onahole. Are you trying to impregnate me? What a filthy thing!
姉様の寝顔を見ていいのはこの私だけ。
Don't leave something like cognac within the reach of a horny teenage boy.
静かにして姉様が起きる。もし起こしたら殺す。呪いなら証拠は残らないことに今気づいた。
Don't learn bad things from horror movies. It's fiction. It's fiction. I'm not scared or anything.
深夜に姉様の部屋で無防備な姉様の隣で愛らしい寝顔の姉様と。これは死罪。
Oh, she's done? Okay, that was much faster than I thought. Isn't that too much?
いつまで姉様の隣にいるつもり？
I mean, she is holding my sleeve.
なんて卑劣な男。姉様を人質にこの私までも毒牙にかけようだなんて。
I mean, I wouldn't mind that. Depends on how debaucherous this game is. Saying that, the little sister sits next to Yaka and has her grab her sleeve as well.
こっち見たら殺す、寝たら殺す、動いたら殺す。
For now, do you want to watch the horror movie too?
喋ったら殺す。
Ayaka! Ayaka-chan, wake up!
どりあ、寝てません。寝てません。
That's a bit of a stretch.
あれ、マルどうしたの？
私も姉様と一緒にホラー映画を。
Ayaka, you're at your limit, right? Let's call it a night for today, and do this again some other time, okay?
また今度。絶対ですよ。
おい、ちょっと待て。これからまたうとうと姉様といい感じに。
Yeah, it's a promise. I'll join you next time I come too.
約束です。お兄ちゃん。
What do you mean it was getting good? Were you just gonna grope her or something? I feel a murderous gaze from my side, and I remain impassive. Pursue Ayaka and we call it a night.
次は生きて帰れると思うな。
When I'm returning to Dan's room, I receive a grateful word from the little sister. That little sister was scarier than a horror movie. I really don't feel anything, dude, from all of her, like, antics. I started to feel a chill, so I returned to Dan's room to quickly get into bed and... How many times has it been today?
7回目
Damn. That's pretty good, Dan. My record was 10 back in the day. Damn, not bad. Techno break yourself. What does that even mean?
恥じらって僕のオナニー見て少しは恥じらって
Why are Yaka's younger siblings so crazy? Ignoring the noisy degenerate, I go to sleep. 7 times ain't too bad, Dan. Ain't too bad at all. Okay, that was an hour and 15 minutes. I think I could actually make this into just one single episode and finish off the common route. So, the time has finally come. It's been a week, but I can still clearly recall the events that transpired in this hallway. Ayaka's Yohakari household. It's so weird that they're translating that like that. They could just say Ayaka Yohakari's household and it wouldn't be... I think it's actually intentional to be translated this way, but it's so weird. It was quite the den of demons, but this is completely new territory. And now, the final boss appears. It goes without saying that barging into the apartment of a girl who lives alone is a bad idea. It's still a mystery to me why Rito agreed to Kyone's proposal, but judging from her reaction yesterday, there's no doubt she's reluctant. To hell with it. Here goes nothing. Just standing here won't get me anywhere, so I still myself and press the intercom. I hear a flurry of noise from inside, and after a moment, the door opens. Hey. The moment she sees my face, the door is slammed shut. Why did you open it in the first place? Is this a warning to show that she hasn't let her guard down? After a short while, the door opens again, and Rito peeks just her head out. Can I come in?
1万で
Here.
本当に出さないでよ
I don't got that much dosh, do I? I know it's not much, but I'm giving one of these to everyone, so please accept it.
最初にそれはずるくない
You're the one who brought it up.
言えばこういういいから入って
Well, I guess Miori-san has been paying me. Pardon the intrusion. The room Rito reluctantly lets me into gives a neat and tidy impression. It's spacious enough for one person, and the kitchen is also large. Wait a minute. Rito-san? Forgive me for asking, but is this by any chance a studio apartment?
お風呂トイレも一緒だけど何文句あるの
No, no, that's not what I meant at all, but... A sleepover in a studio apartment with a female classmate? If any of my classmates were having such a delicious experience, I think I would die of a jealous rage, no matter who it was. I'm Rito-san. Where in the world am I supposed to... As I'm getting flustered all by myself, my vision is suddenly blocked by a pure white curtain.
いいちゃんと止めてあげるけど私の部屋なんだしルールを破ったらすぐに放り出すから
I don't mind that, but what are the rules?
その1勝手にカーテンは開けないこと何か用があるときは5分前に紙に書いてこっちに渡してからにして
A cherry blossom-shaped memo pad and a ballpoint pen are slid under the curtain.
その2お互いいないものとして生活すること私に迷惑かけない限りは好きにしてくれていいから
That's fine. This is perfectly reasonable. The only thing that would be a bit cumbersome is when I have to go to the bathroom, I suppose. But it's not as if she doesn't let me use it.
その3うちであったことは絶対他の子に話さないこと以上
You're probably gonna tell them anyway. Yes, Sensei. I have a question. What should I do if I have to go to the toilet when you're sleeping?
行かないで
I'll wear a diaper.
どんな脅し文句5分待っても返事なかったら目隠ししていって
What? I'm not gonna be able to get there with a blindfold. I feel like I might accidentally step on you, Rito-san.
ベランダに
Wait, okay, let's talk constructively. How about I sleep on that side? I don't mind if you open the curtain on me. Reasonable.
なんで私がトイレとか行くたびにあんたの顔見なくちゃいけないわけ
Okay, fair enough.
わかった。もうずっと目隠ししてる？あと耳栓と手錠。
I feel like I developed some kind of mental illness, so please spare me. This is going nowhere. So it seems I have no choice but to accept Rito's proposal.
じゃあ、あとは勝手に呼吸して貝のように静かに生きていて。
Yes. Since we have this lingering awkwardness between us, I figure this is the best conversation we're going to get, and decide to obey for now. I want to at least properly make up before I leave Rito's place, but for now, I'll just wait for an opportunity. You know, it's kind of weird that in Kyone's house and also Hiyori's house, we have a proper send-off with the family, and yet in Ayaka's house, we would just like leave. It's so weird.
壁に穴開けたら怒られるかな。
She's afraid that people were gonna be angry when she installed that? Really? I guess I hear that when you're in a Japanese apartment, they really don't like it when you do any sort of decor that changes the actual room themselves. So I guess that's why she's saying that. I am maintaining a state of nothingness, not like a clam, but like a sea otter holding one. But the sounds of life from beyond the curtain mock me, rustling in the back of my ears. No, not just sounds, smells too. Perhaps she has completely written me off as non-existent, because I can picture Rito in my mind, cooking in high spirits. Even if we're separated by a curtain, it can't block the sound and smell. A fatally delicious smell stimulates my nasal passages. Come to think of it, I haven't eaten lunch. I'd forgotten because I was thinking for so long in my ruin of a house, preparing myself mentally to come into Rito's place. It goes without saying that we'll have dinner separately, so I need to go buy something or eat out. I write permission to go out on a memo pad Rito gave me and slid it under the curtain.
いけない。お醤油買っておかないと。
Oi! Will she even notice? Oi! I feel anxious about Rito being so absorbed in her cooking, but at the same time, I'm surprised by an unexpected side of her. So she can cook. Well, she lives alone, so that makes sense. More to the point, I still haven't fully shaken off my boyish image of her. Crap! While I'm lost in thoughts of the past, my stomach lets out a magnificent growl. Rito-san, that was just a physiological phenomenon.
食べる。
Something gensho, something, right? Japanese sure love saying that word. Usually they say it whenever you get a boner too. Huh?
食べるって聞いてるの。
In Rito's hands is a plate of what looks like homemade nikujaga. I'm surprised they didn't translate nikujaga. Meat and potatoes, right? You sure?
ちょっと多く作りすぎたし。お腹うるさいし。
Rito, you're my savior.
気持ち悪い。
I immediately partake of nikujaga she reluctantly pushed on me. It's so delicious. The tender meat and potatoes are seeping into the hangnails of my desolate heart.
意味わかんないんだけど。
Her words are harsh, but her expression seems not entirely displeased, so I steel my resolve. I'm sorry, I was wrong. You've become much more girly than back then.
はい。
もしもしリト？たくまのやつどう？ちょうど今頃の時間は気まずいと思って電話してやったぞ。
Damn you, Hiyori!
そうね。ありがとう。今すぐ携帯解約して。
違約金取られちゃう。
気にするとこそこ。
Let me talk to her. I take Rito's phone and speak into the receiver. Your timing sucks! Read the room! Read the goddamn room!
なんで私キレられてんの？
I hang up on her without a care and return the phone and the empty plate to Rito. It was delicious. Thanks for the meal.
うん。
Rito doesn't seem to know what to do either and closes the curtain. The atmosphere was perfect for making up, but that blonde went and ruined it. Still, there's no use blaming Hiyori. There's still time. After all, I'm staying for 2 nights. There should be plenty of chances. I want to get naked and dance. The gentle but long-lasting tension is already becoming unbearable for me. Rito, on her part, must also be conscious of me because she becomes quiet after dinner. Oh? Suddenly, I hear the sound of a shower from behind the curtain. It seems Rito has gone to take a bath. Ah, I can finally breathe. I roll my shoulders, which are a little stiff from tension, and spread out on the floor, basking in a fleeting sense of freedom. Wait, should I really be satisfied with this? I feel like the silent majority is demanding something of me. A one-room apartment with just the two of us, a female classmate, a childhood friend I've reunited with, is taking a bath. I feel like I have to prove that I am a man who does not betray expectations. Shut the fuck up, Takuma. Just go peep. What the fuck is that choice? What is this choice? Oh my god, what is that choice? Okay, man, I just want to do something stupid, dude. No, I mean, I'm fine with it, but only I will have fun, you know? Are you sure? I ask myself, but the answer seems unchanged. I quickly take off my clothes, spread my arms wide, draw an arch with my hips, and perform a naked dance for the curtain. Crazy! Don't open the curtain, okay? Ah. Just as I strike a magnificent swan pose, Rito, who has gotten out of the bath at some point, calls out to me from behind the curtain. Beautiful! Driven by overflowing passion, I strike one more pose. Sorry, I have a creative dance class in PE tomorrow. I was practicing for it. You idiot, you are in the same class as me. Sorry for being loud. Rito, easily fooled by my gentlemanly apology as I have become a beast of reason, would never imagine that I am completely naked with my penis dangling. What am I doing? But I feel refreshed, so I'll just let it be. No idea what the fuck we're doing to Takuma. But that was fun. Rito-san. But I can't sleep like this. We're lying down on futons with the curtain completely closed. But this is, after all, a studio apartment. Thinking that Rito is sleeping right next to me, just one current away, I can't seem to calm down. At Yori's place, I could sleep at this distance without a curtain. So why is it different now? Don't ask the impossible. The distance is so close I could probably hear her sighs, let alone her breathing. Without the curtain, it would be almost like sleeping side by side. Sorry in advance if I step on you while I go to the toilet tonight. Good night. Yeah, I definitely can't sleep. Yeah, let's. In a light doze, I recall the Rito of the past. It's true we're childhood friends, but my perception of her was just that of a neighborhood friend I got along with, to the extent that I mistook her for a boy. It's probably the same for Rito. If I knew more about her, making up would be a simple matter. It's precisely because we have this awkward distance that it's so difficult. We've got school again tomorrow, so maybe I'll ask a little about the current Rito. Stay warm when you sleep. I think rather than don't think about me, that was like mind your own business. Girls are so difficult. During lunch break, I decide to ask about Rito. Kyone, you're close with her, right? Is that how it is? Kyone does act like a big sister, so I kinda get what she means. It's not something to brag about though. What do you think, Ayaka? What's she like?
が悪いってわけじゃないんですけど、どちらかというと一人が好きなタイプだと思うので、彩香もあまり。
Come to think of it, I've been curious. Why do you only call Rito senpai and not the others?
先輩呼びの方が嬉しそうな顔するので、たくまさんがお兄ちゃんって呼ばれて喜ぶみたいなもんだと思います。
I see!
たっくん、あやちゃんにお兄ちゃんって呼ばせてるの。
I like how I instantly get that. Kyone looks at me with a face that says, wow, that's a turnoff. Ayaka, keep this a secret from Rito and Hiyori, okay?
それはお兄ちゃんの態度次第です。
I feel like I'm going to become more and more spoiled.
リトの話してたんじゃないの？
She's softened up compared to when we first saw each other. But I feel like we haven't completely broken the ice yet.
リトもああやって怒っちゃった手前、自分から行くのは難しいんじゃないの？
Yeah, I guess I'll have to be a little proactive.
たくまさん、結構リト先輩のこと気にかけてますよね。日和とかすごい存在なのに。
I mean, I treat you roughly like I do with Hiyori with Oh, sorry. Dot after that. With Rito, it's just the two of us, so I'm more considerate. Since we have this opportunity, I want to have a bit more fun.
前向きなのはいいことだと思うから応援してあげる。
頑張ってください。仲直りできたら彩香が褒めてあげますから。
Oh. In the end, we come to the conclusion that I'm the one who has to do the work.
で、たくまとはどうなんだよ。もうやったのか。
頭湧いてるの？
辛辣。でもそんなリトが好き。
うざったい。
私とたくまはもう川の字に並んで寝た仲だからな。違うか。川じゃなくてあれはなんだろう。
The hell are you talking about?
3人いたの？ああ、みよりおばさんか。
まあ、うちの慣れ慣れしさは特別として。
Put the Obasan in, damn you. Put the Obasan in.
自覚あるんだ。
このお泊まりもいつまで続くかわかんないけどさ、リトもせっかくだからもうちょっと楽しく過ごしたいだろ。Open your mind.
What is with your face, Yori?
何？催眠術？
ウイトはだんだんツンデレになる。リトはだんだんツンデレデレデレになる。
Why is she so dumb?
デレ成分いらないから。
Oh god, Hiyori, why are you so dumb?
ツンなのは認めるんだ。
あんたのことなんて全然好きじゃないんだからね。
Yeah, same, Rito, same. It's set to the Takuma's bad time. Now, don't you go wondering who this benefits. As the bat critic who has traveled from home to home, this is finally the final episode. Since it's a studio apartment for a single person, it's one of those where the bath and toilet are in the same room. At first glance, this type of 3-point unit bath tends to be avoided, but since this building is relatively new, it has a clean and organized impression. Plus, for a single person, it has many advantages. Cleaning it is easy. Unlike the slovenly Kyone, Rito is responsible, so her room and bath are both clean. In any case, just having a bathtub is the best. I too had dreamt of living a self-sufficient life, cooking for myself, taking baths, and living a carefree and grounded life once I started living alone. Sorry, I had to cough there. I never thought it would be a house where I'd literally be grounded though. Why are you laughing like rants? Don't do that, Takuma. You can't do that. That's his trademark. It's not a laughing matter at all. But if I continue working part-time at this space, I can either rent a room by the end of next month or have Tomohiko repair that ruin. Until then, I have no choice but to rely on my childhood friends. Starting tomorrow, I'll be staying at someone else's house again. The showdown is tomorrow morning. Just in case I fail to make up with Rito, I decide to wait until the last possible moment to minimize the damage. I don't have the confidence to spend a whole night in an even more awkward situation. If I stay in the bath that Rito used for too long, it might create a strange misunderstanding. So I decided to get out soon. Crap, I forgot to get a change of clothes. Until now, there was always a washroom that doubled as a changing room. But now, once I get out of the bath, I'm right in Rito's room. I was careless. Well, she's probably gonna get me a change of clothes. Rito-san! Rito-san!
大声で呼ばないで。もう、何？
I forgot my change of clothes. Sorry, but could you go get them from my bag?
なんで私が。
I can't exactly come out like this, can I? You wanna see me naked?
もし出てきたら通報するから。
Then I'm counting on you. I asked casually, but there's nothing in my bag that would be embarrassing to see. So there shouldn't be any problem, right?
荷物少な。よくこんなんで一人暮らし始めようと思ったわね。着替え。これかな。
As long as I have my phone and money, that's good enough, Rito. You don't need much of anything.
あれ？それっぽいのもう一つあるけど。何このパジャマ。ああ、日和のか。ってあれ？なんか落ちた。
Did Dan put something in my bag?
男の子ってこんなの履いてるの？
What? Rito-san! Hey! I'm hearing some disturbing words from over there.
スースーしそう。
What the fuck is she looking at? Don't stare at my underwear!
うっさい。見たくて見てるわけじゃないんだから。扉開けるけど目開けたらぶつから。
You're the one who should close your eyes. It's no use if I close mine.
私も見たくないから今から30秒湯船に潜って。
Isn't that long? 10 seconds should be enough, right?
文句があるならそのまま出て行ってもらうけど。
Sure. Fine, I'll submerge myself now. Okay, start!
お尻見えてるし。
Why didn't I just do it while I'm sitting
もう
around?
いいよ。
I am such a dumbass. Maybe I want Rito to see my butt. I don't know. Did you see?
見えたわ。
Jeez, Rito, you're such a pervert.
ぶっ殺されたいの？
Well, that helps. Thanks.
っていうか着替えるの早っ。ちゃんと拭いたの？
I read in a magazine that slightly damp men are more popular. You're gonna get a fucking fungus infection. My friend's like, not nephew, I think like uncle or something, does that often, and he actually died because some sort of infection happened in his skin. It was crazy. Ugh. Don't be disgusting, guys.
ちゃんと乾かしてこい。
Jeez, no need to blow up about it. I get it. Blow dryer. Not great.
ママ、髪乾かして。
It's the second day, but I'm still not used to sleeping here. Last night, it took me a long time to finally fall asleep. I think after this, it's not necessarily going to be the common route ending, is it? It's probably going to be me choosing who to sleep at every day, maybe. And I guess after that, that's when the common route ends. If there's a choice where I can, you know, just sleep at my ruin of a house, I'll just choose that. And then I'll just finish off the ending with like a bad ending where I asked the student council president, forgot his name, they just built back my house. Last night, it took me a long time to finally fall asleep. But Rito is sleeping soundly. Rito couldn't fall asleep last night either, so she must have been tired. I have to pee. Yesterday I managed to hold it in, but it seems that won't be the case today. Do I really have to go with a blindfold? The distance to the toilet is short, but considering Rito is lying down and sleeping in between, the difficulty level is quite high. However, this urge to pee is undeniable. I have to go. If I wear the provided eye mask, I'll definitely step on Rito, so I slowly open the curtain to at least not wake her up. Gently, gently. is wrong with you? What you can do right now, Takuma, wear the blindfold and then wake her up. Don't be an idiot. Come on, be smart, Takuma. What kind of dream are you having? The half-asleep Rito grasps my ankle firmly and I can't move.
悪魔、このリト様がやっつけてやる。
I'm the monster? Come to think of it, we used to play monster tag back in the day.
覚悟。
Whoa! I'm about to be pulled down from my feet with a strength I wouldn't expect from a girl's arm. With my vision still unstable, I managed to hold my ground.
取れぬか。まだ勝負。一撃食ろうてみよう。
Setting is changing! Whoa! Rito's full force uppercut hits my lower abdomen directly. It jiggles in a bad way. Stop! It's going to leak!
悪は滅び。
I'm saved. Satisfied with her rampage in her dream, Rito falls asleep. Jeez. Beyond the now open curtain, Rito is curled up in a small ball for her sleepy rampage. Her sleeping face is completely innocent, but her soft-looking lips hold the magical power that seems to draw me in. Never would I imagine her sleeping face is this cute. My heart starts to pound, forgetting everything that just happened. It's something I didn't need to reconfirm by this point, but Rito is indeed a girl. Morning already. The morning sun shines through the window, brightly illuminating my face. After seeing Rito's sleeping face, my heart started pounding again and I couldn't sleep. But it seems I drifted off at some point.
やっと起きたの？早く準備しないと遅刻するよ。
Looking at the clock, she's right. I gotta get ready ASAP. For now, I write on a memo pad to use the toilet and washstand and send it under the curtain. Good morning, Rito. I have something important to talk to you about. Still half asleep, I start talking.
え、今？
This isn't the only time, right? If we go to school like this, you'll just avoid me again.
ちょっと待って。
I'm not waiting. If I miss this chance, I'll lose the time to make up with Rito again. Even if it's a bit forceful, I have to convey my current feelings. I was wrong for thinking you were a boy, Rito.
それはもう何回も聞いた。まだ許してもない。
I know, but that's not it. What I want to say to you right now isn't about that.
だったらなんだって言うの？
I'm conscious of you as a girl. That's so dumb. No, it's not a confession or anything, so don't misunderstand.
当たり前でしょ。あんたこそ変なこと言わないでよ。
We spent some time alone and my heart pounded so much from seeing your sleeping face that I couldn't sleep. You idiot!
やだ、この変態。寝込みをそうとしてたなんて。
I just happened to see it. So, how should I put it? I'm probably seeing the current you for who you are, so let's just call it even for what happened in the past. I'm begging you. Suppressing my embarrassment, I convey my true feelings as they are now.
何それ？
Is that no good?
なかったことになんてできない。
I see.
だってタクマとはずっと友達だって思ってたもん。
Rito, I'm happy to hear that. But as a man, I don't want to be just a friend.
バカなの？私があんたみたいなのに惚れるわけないでしょ。
Rito finally smiles, though it is from behind the curtain. How do you know? I guess her lips curved. So we've made up, right?
しょうがないからそういうことにしてあげる。でも次なんかやらかしたら絶好だから。
Thanks, Rito. Well then, if you'll excuse me. And so I regain a precious best friend, and to go to school together as friends, I open the curtain to wash my face. I'm gonna have a boner, aren't I? Okay. I thought it was gonna be a boner. Am I still half asleep? a strangely flesh-colored Rito is standing in front of me.
なんでカーテン
I mean, I said I was gonna go to the bathroom. I passed the memo properly. Yeah, I think I'm at fault this time too. But how is she getting changed while having that conversation? Thinking about it that way is kind of erotic. No, it's just plain erotic. A girl in the middle of changing is obviously erotic. Am I an idiot? I need to handle this situation skillfully, or a rift that can never be filled will form between me and Rito. Come on, compliment her panties or something. Gradually, Rito's cheeks turned red. I don't have much time. I should have probably just conveyed my current feelings honestly here. Yeah, Rito, you look like a proper girl too. That day, I wish I could live like the carefree blonde who, looking at me as I arrived at school last, got the mumps, go to the hospital. Thanks, Yuri. This is the song at the opening, right? At the opening menu, I mean. I think most people would actually like Kiori the best out of everyone. The dynamic is just the best overall. I think I don't mind all three girls except for Rito. I feel like Rito is just a bit too much for me to handle.
あんたたちまた喧嘩したんだって
So, am I done with the common route here? Or am I still in the common route? So, is that common? No, it still says common route. Okay. But, I think I'll actually call it for this playthrough right here. I don't know whether or not I'll continue this off stream or, you know, off camera, but this is definitely something enjoyable for me to like voice act and let's play for sure. If I wasn't like doing a lot of other things right at the moment, I'd probably continue this back. Maybe after I'm done with Amaterasu Riddles, I might continue this back up because it is very enjoyable and the humor is just up my alley. We'll see, we'll see. I really do enjoy voice acting Takuma and his stupid antics. But I suppose for now, this is where I'm gonna call it an episode, and also where I'm gonna call this quote-unquote let's play, or I guess showcase you can say, right? But yeah, if you guys want to play the game is out on Steam already. The game's been out for 3 weeks or 4 weeks, I don't know. No, 3 weeks I think, on the 26th. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Give this video a like if you guys like it, a sub if you guys haven't. Patreon will be getting these episodes early access along with everything uncensored. Though there's just like the boobs for Miori-san on the second episode. But if I do continue this, there's definitely going to be some uncensored stuff because there are clearly the game says 8 scenes right there. Also, for people on YouTube that aren't on Patreon just yet, feel free to become a free member because that's gonna be where I put first episode previews of future playthroughs. But yeah, I'm probably gonna censor out freaking Dan's stupid, like, naked self. Okay, see you guys.